Duau, and welcome to all Sba-ts and Sbas. Today, it is my intention to gather information, to gather feedback from the Sba-ts, from the Sbas that have received their ancient Khemetic Rasaurian calendar. Also for those who have yet to receive their calendar. So for example, you received your calendar and you have questions. Or maybe you plan to get a calendar and you've seen some of the lectures, you've seen the broadcast from the Nagaship Association that has posted on the Ast Ma'at Tf Nut channel and or the Nagaship Association Telecommunications Multimedia, or my platform, The Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty, and or my Sba-t Asar. You have saw it on one of the platforms that he's been a guest on, or his own platform. So you may have seen pictures and you wonder, what's that? So either way, this is an opportunity for all of you to be a part of the next lecture that I have. I have a monthly lecture. It's called Take the Gregorian Calendar Off of Your Wall. And it is my intention in that platform to share with you how to use your calendar. And I know we have lectures and they include teachings on the calendar, immortality, and self-creation, and other type things related to that. Some of us we're well informed enough to move forward with knowledge of how to use this calendar. We're familiar with immortality, we're familiar with self-creation, we're familiar with the Livid, we're familiar with the Hesi, we're familiar with those items. We're familiar with Tesha Parah, the Holy House of Ra. And then we get our calendar because we watched the broadcast. And I'm doing this also because it happened to me. In February of this year, before I was a student, a Sba-t of Tesha Parah, Holy House of Ra, I ordered a calendar in February and I received it. And I was like, wow, I have my own calendar. I saw it on the platforms. I saw it on Khmt TV. This is the Khmt TV edition of the calendar. Khmt TV edition. This is where I saw this calendar first. So I got my calendar and I was like, wow, look at these. Look at these pictures. You know what I mean? Look at, they're so colorful. There's a lot of information just in the photos. There's the hieroglyphs, the meta-nature, you know, and it's very colorful. I received mine too. I have the one from 2 years ago. So this one right here, I was familiar with. It had, the one I first received had way more graphics, and it just looks full of knowledge. So I wanted to know more. I came into this knowledge by Sba Ra Hotep, and then I also was familiar with Sba-t Asar from Khmt TV. I didn't know the two were in the same temple in Tesha Parah. So when I spoke to Ra Hotep on an astrology video I did on Khmt TV, that's when I learned of the Tuesday classes that Sba-t Asar has, their Zoom meetings. And so it took me a while because of my schedule and other things in life to get into the Zoom meetings. The Zoom meetings are every Tuesday and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The green room most time opens up a half hour before. So either way, I received my calendar. I started attending the Zoom meetings and I got the knowledge. And then I wanted to share the opportunity to learn what this calendar means, what the legend means, how to read it with everyone else. So My platform, I went from Joy Allen, The Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty, to Ast Ma'at Tf Nut, and the Nagaship Association, Telecommunications Multimedia, where we bring you, the Nagaship Association, we bring you the knowledge of immortality. We bring you the knowledge of this calendar. So we've talked about the calendar. I've covered it a little bit in the few videos I've done so far. But recently, I've gotten more feedback. People have their calendar. They've been ordering those calendars. And the information to order your calendar is in the details, the description below. So check the description. Again, this is just an informal meeting. I'm just passing through right quick to get feedback. Also, if you're not prepared to give feedback right now, you got to collect your notes, get back to your calendar and see what your questions were. That's good too. Leave your comments and questions in the section below, in the space below, and or I'll be back here in 3 days with the broadcast, the lecture, Take the Gregorian Calendar Off of Your Wall. And it provides you with the opportunity to share your feedback and get what you need from us so you can use your calendar. Now, I'm also doing this because I attend Zoom meetings. The Zoom meetings cost you money. This is an opportunity to receive this information for free. You can just put your comments in, feedback, watch the broadcast in 3 days, or attend the broadcast and ask your questions during the live broadcast. Or like me, you can attend the Zoom meetings and pay for them. But you already paid for your calendar, unless you're one of the people who received your calendar for free, because we give out the calendars for free during the broadcast. And actually, in 3 days, at the end of that lecture, I'm going to be giving away a calendar based on the content that is shared that day. So be prepared, properly prepare yourself, get your calendar, get your pen, get your paper, be prepared. So again, I just wanted to come by real quick, come through and speak to everyone. Speaking of speak to everyone, Shantae Norvell from Facebook says hello. Hotep, Duau, and Mark Hansel from Facebook. Panatara Pu, Pama'at, Ankwas de Jed, Ank Ujasaneb, Ubenefer Iker, Panebu, Haru, Ma'ati. He speaks how sweet is the Ma'at truth of the gods and goddesses. He speaks life, power, stability, life and prosperity, health, and of course, rising always in divine excellence with Ma'at, all day, every day. Duau. I appreciate that. Let's see. So again, we talk about this calendar. We have introduced you to the legend. We have spoken about the astrology, the Western astrology, and debunking that, letting you know the falsehoods of that. We, of course, know, as my Sba-t Rasar mentioned in the Zoom meeting last night, this outer ring is what most of you would call the zodiac, which means zoo. We know it in Teshapara as the precession, phenomenon of precession. Next in this legend, and this is just a brief right quick, so I'm gonna give you some information right quick. You want to know more about what I'm touching on tonight, then bring it to the broadcast in 3 days. So next in this ring, we have the seasons. I'm working backwards here. And then we go into the months and the days and so on and so forth. Here's this picture bigger for you. All right. Also in here, now this is what I think, because it happened to me. This is what I think may be the case for some people. You receive the calendar and you may or may not be familiar with who this is. You may not or may not be familiar with who they are, but you are familiar with what this is, and you are familiar with what this is. So you just hang on to the calendar because you're familiar with March and April. That's not the purpose of this calendar. The purpose of the calendar is also not for you to see how pretty it is and look at all the beautiful colors and put it in a drawer because you don't know what it is. This is a 3-in-1 calendar. It's solar, sidereal, lunar calendar. I'm working backwards. Okay, solar, sidereal, lunar calendar for the 2021 calendar year. Actually, this is year number 10. This is the RENPET. RENPET means year. I have my my board ready to take notes on and translate for you if necessary. But right now, I don't see that it's necessary. Kwame Siba, Kwame Amen Minra Kimbro from Facebook speaks Atum Ra Hotep to the Queen Mother. Duau Siba. So one translation right quick I can give you since he provided that opportunity. Queen, we say Khmt in Teshapara, HMT. So you may see Khmt. You may hear me speak of some of you as Khmt. Also, Sba-t means teacher and or student. Now, if there's a T on the end, that's for the feminine energy, us feminine energies. And so Sba-t is for the males, Sba-t is for the females. Either way, it means student and or teacher. I also put some information in the description below you may or may not be familiar with, and that was my intention because if you're not familiar, you're in the right place to know what it is, what it means. So I mentioned the date, the Gregorian calendar, and that you would be familiar with would tell you that the lecture that I am doing in 3 days is on Tuesday, October 13th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Teshapara has taught me and other Sba-s and Sba-ts that the lecture will take place on HERU, the 9th of SOBEK, RENPET number 10, AFNK/ST, after founding of Nu Khmt, Naga Khmt, Smai Tawii, phenomenon of Precession Nu Age Order, Ma'at Hapii Asar, 3-9-10. So not 10-13-20, 20. However you want to do it. 20, some people put 2020. However you do it, that's not the case. It's 3-9-10. So if you want to know how to calculate and be knowledgeable of the star date, which is what I just gave you, attend the class, ask about it, tell me you want to know more about it, and I'll teach it to you there. Also, if there is someone else that you'd like to join me, we have multiple teachers. We have many teachers that are available, and I will check with them and their schedule and see if they're available to be here, and or if not, we'll schedule at their convenience another time. So again, just wanted to come through real quick, share with you that I have a monthly class teaching about how to use your calendar. I have one class that started already last month. I bet ABT. Some people for other purposes spell it ABET. So I bet is month. So last month was the first I bet that I taught the class. I thought that it would be a great idea to have your feedback and know exactly what it is that you want to know and or learn about this calendar. So your feedback is appreciated. Any comments, questions, or concerns, if you're watching this after this live ends, leave the information that you want to know about in the comment section. And I am right now streaming on Facebook on my Joy Allen page. I am streaming live on my Facebook Ast Ma'at Tf Nut business page. I am streaming live on the Facebook Nagaship Association Telecommunications Multimedia page, business page. I am also streaming live on my YouTube channel, The Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty, and I'm streaming live on my YouTube channel, Ast Ma'at Tf Nut. So I will be checking those comment sections for feedback for the broadcast that's in 3 days. So if this video is being shared anywhere other than that, I may not get your feedback. So go to one of the platforms that I just mentioned, and I'll bring that information to you. So at this time, again, this is informal. I'm just passing through right quick. And I appreciate you all being here. And we got someone else that's speaking. EM Hotep Sba-t. EM Hotep Sba-t from Facebook. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to leave you all. And I will be consulting with my Sba, Khemetic Rasaurian, and we're working together. We will be to bring you the broadcast in 3 days. All right. So I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate you all listening. I definitely appreciate the feedback because I want to be able to provide you with what you need exactly. Okay. So Duau, Panatara Pu, Pamaat, Ankpas de Jed, Ankuja Seneb, Uben Nefer Iker, Panebu, Haru Ma'ati, Atum Ra Hotep.